Hey everybody, welcome to Maine Wedding Buzz this week, and today our guest is from Party Plus, Hannah Gajewski, and we're going to be talking about rentals, linens, tables, chairs, china, silverware, glassware, and this entire bevy of napkins that we have in front of us. So stay tuned and we're going to go right into it. Hello Hannah, and welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Hannah Gajewski. I work at Party Plus in Biddeford, Maine. We're right over on Route 1 in the Industrial Park. We have been a family-owned business for about 42 years now.
Oh, wow.
So we're,
42 years, and your mom started at 42?
Yeah,
or?
well, my grandfather started in 1972.
Okay.
He started on Main Street in Biddeford as just Taylor Rental. And then they built a new building, or moved to a building over on 111 in Biddeford, where they eventually, where we were until about 10 years ago.
Wow.
So when we built a new building over on Route 1. My mom bought it from my grandfather in about 1999, 2000, I think. And it's just grown. The party side has grown a lot since she bought it.
She took it over and then
yeah,
changed it.
We've
and they have a great
expanded
showroom too.
so much since she bought it. Bunch more tents and everything like that.
So basically, one of the questions I was going to ask is, how did you get into the rental world, and how did your
Yes.
parents get into
Yep.
it? So basically, your grandfather started
Right,
it, and it just
yeah.
sort of exploded from
Yep,
there.
my grandfather started it, and it kind of just went from there. The party side was very small when he started it. It was just probably some china that I think, still have.
Wow.
From when they.
Good to keep that tradition,
yes,
though.
exactly. And then my mom, like I said, grew it a lot more. Got a lot more inventory, a lot more linen. We have a ton of linen in stock on in our warehouse. So.
And speaking of linens, tell us a
Yes.
little bit about this this bucket of beautiful arranged napkins.
This is basically all the napkin colors that we have at the store, and all the colors that we can get in our linen,
Okay.
Along with like everything you see up here.
And there are some wonderful colors too, like
Yes.
this pin tuck
Right.
is beautiful, and it
Yes.
comes in different styles.
Yep.
And it's a beautiful fabric to put on a table and give some texture.
Right,
to your,
exactly.
to your table.
I mean, you can add just a little bit of color and get a lot of texture on there, and it makes it look wonderful. We set up a ton of tables in our showroom. We have about 3 different tables that we change every week, or every 2 weeks.
Do you
just
invite
depending on
clients to
season.
the showroom?
Oh yes, definitely. I mean, if they give us a time when they want to come in, we will have a table all ready and set up for them, and they can play around with it.
And you can pull linens,
Oh, yeah.
redo china, silverware.
Definitely. Yep, we have
and so-
everything right in house, so it's really, really easy for brides to come and pick out their perfect table. So
Great.
Yep.
And chairs, right now we have a garden chair, which is a natural wood.
Yes.
And so we just used these chairs this weekend, and they were phenomenal. And we used them with the color of linen.
gray linen. It was a gray
which was
linen, and then-
phenomenal. It paired really
Yes.
nice, and almost like a charcoal napkin.
Yes,
And it
yeah,
was
it looked
phenomenal.
great.
And these chairs work really well. I mean, these come in
Yeah.
white, black, natural wood.
Yep.
The natural wood works really well with
the rustic kinda.
feel,
Yep.
warehouse style, things of that nature. And you guys also carry Shivari
We have
chairs.
Shivaris. Yep, we have the fruit wood, the dark brown Shivari, and we have a white Shivari, and you can do an ivory, white, or black cushion. We have all those
wow.
choices. And then if a bride really wants like a specific color, we can always get them.
Okay,
So, yep.
so everything can be ordered and sourced out.
Exactly. Yep.
How large of events do you do?
Oh my goodness, we've done upwards of like 500 people events for like U&E. We've gotten more chairs for them, and it's been amazing.
Wow.
So it's really, really awesome. We
And-
can do like seated dinners for about 500. We have all the china we can do in one china pattern, which is really nice. So
And tenting?
tenting, we can do up to 400, 350, 400 people
And
seated.
you just shared that your mom's getting a new.
Yes,
So you want to tell everybody that?
Yes, for 2015, we are getting a new sailcloth Tidewater tent.
Those are beautiful.
Yes, with the natural poles and everything, and we are very excited to finally get into that and make
And
it
so
work.
for the audience that doesn't know about a sailcloth, are those the ones that sort of kind of peek up?
Exactly. They have the peaks on them, and they'll have the flags, and they're kind of unlike our other tents where they're
a little
more
bit more
exactly
like this one over
right.
here.
Yep. And they're not really like all of our other tents are blackout, so you can't really see through them.
Okay.
But with the Tidewater tent, you can get all the natural light through it.
Oh, beautiful.
It's very beautiful. especially at night.
Wow.
So.
And how many will that hold inside of the tent?
We're getting it to a 44 by 103, which will hold about 200, 250 people depending on the table.
That's perfect.
Yep.
That's around where some events are
Exactly.
happening.
Just depending on the table style, because you can fit more people with the rectangular tables than you can with the round tables. So,
Wonderful.
Yep.
And how many trade shows do you guys do as Party Plus?
Oh goodness, like trade shows, like setup trade
Bridal
shows, or bridal
shows.
shows.
Yep.
We probably go to about 3 or 4 bridal shows a year. The biggest one we do is the one in January, for the Maine Wedding Association in Portland.
Okay.
It's a 2-day huge bridal show.
And that's held where?
At the Holiday Inn by the Bay in Portland. Yep, right in January. I think it's the 11th and 12th this year.
Check them out because they'll be there, and so you can actually talk to them one-on-one. So that's a good thing, and actually see some new items that you might have.
Yep.
So for 2015, and how soon should bride and grooms call you? I mean, I know sometimes it works differently in different states, but do you feel that you get the call, or does it come from the caterer, or do brides now, because they are more savvy with the internet, they go directly to you first?
Oh yeah, I mean, we get a lot of inquiries online every day. We are working, I mean, we probably get 2 or 3 a day for tents and everything like that. So definitely the earlier the better to book things, just so that we make sure, I mean, we have a weekend in September already that's pretty much already
2015,
booked.
wow.
Yeah, that's pretty much already booked. So September and October are the big, turning into the big months.
That's funny because for us it's August. Like there's one weekend, like a whole week we blocked out because it's completely gone.
Yeah.
So.
But definitely the earlier the better. And I mean, we get leads from everywhere. We get them from caterers, we get them from our online website, we get them from like Wedding Wire, everything like that.
So one of the questions I was going to say, like, you know, when you're setting up a tent, especially in somebody's backyard or a facility that allows tenting, when does the tent usually go up? This is a question that sometimes the bride and grooms ask us. Do they go up 3 days before, 2 days before? How do you arrange that?
So basically, it's just about schedule. I mean, if they want it up earlier, we'll set it up earlier. We normally set up on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then break down on Monday or Tuesday.
Got it.
So it's really, I mean, if they want it up earlier, we can usually make it work with our schedule. So, yeah.
And also, they have one thing that I always tell clients too is don't forget when you're ordering all your rentals to also make sure that the kitchen is also included.
Yes,
and they have some of the best kitchen equipment around too, from convection ovens to cook your meals, tables. These are all things that are needed. Warming boxes, warming cabinets. You need all of those things to sort of create that meal. And sometimes we put them in a 20 by 20
20
tent?
by 20, yep.
20 by 20 tent. And so that's sometimes adjacent to the tent, where when you're doing a large tent, I would say put the catering kitchen towards the end, like maybe where the band's at, and maybe black wall that, sort of like a wall that you can't see the catering kitchen. So those are all things that Hannah and the family can also help you with that.
Yeah, definitely.
So how many brides do you see come in and out the door that you go, you know, here's some new things, and that are loving the new things that you're bringing into your showroom, such as the chairs? I mean, because I think these are new this year.
Yes, we just got these for 2014. We got them in about June, and brides love them. They're, I mean, if you're doing like a barn wedding, which is so big now, they fit perfectly with that. And like you said, like the rustic industrial kind of like that. They really go with any. And I mean, if you're just going to do all white tablecloths, it's nice to have a chair that's not white, that kind of makes it stand out. Exactly, makes it stand out a little bit. So yeah, they're great. They've gone out a lot this year, and we're really looking forward to 2015. So.
And I know that you guys have been in a lot of wedding magazines, because I know because of us, we've seen you in there too, and because of our weddings being in there, we use Party Plus a lot too. And how do you feel about when you see that recognition that's in the magazines, like Real Maine Wedding, Maine Magazine, and Seacoast, and things like that?
It's wonderful. I do most of the ads and everything for Party Plus, so it's great to see that, and it's like when we get recognition from doing a wedding, it's wonderful.
Is 90% of your oh, here's a picture too of one of your weddings that just popped up too, and or not a wedding. This is actually you and me. I'm sorry about that.
This is a corporate event. Yep. Probably about 60 to 70% of our business is weddings, and then we do a good amount of corporate events, like this one here.
That's a huge tent.
That's a 40 by 100 frame tent that we set up at the right outside the Art Gallery in Portland at UNE.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a beautiful event. It was for their kickoff for their fundraiser that they started.
Is it in the parking lot?
Yep, it's in the parking lot. Yep. So we can set up tents on tar. We have some water barrels, and that we can do that with. So it's it was a great event, and really gorgeous inside the
And
tent.
is this what it looked like inside?
Yep.
This is incredible.
Yep.
Beautiful.
We set up the tables. We got all the linen
There's a
and
pin
the
tuck.
napkins and everything like that. Yep, that's the pin tuck. So it kind of adds a little bit to the table wise.
Wow.
Yep.
I like the way it was set up and everything.
Yeah.
It's great color inside, and like
Yep.
the lighting and everything came
Yeah.
out. Did you bring in the AV, or is that a separate company?
I think that was a separate
Separate
thing.
company? But
yeah.
you do have AV as well.
Yeah, we rent projectors. I mean, we do a lot of stuff that's not weddings also. Like we do just for basically like Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is one of our greatest times of the year because we get to see all the people that have been coming to us for like 6 or 8 years to get stuff for Thanksgiving. So it's really nice too.
To do that.
Yeah.
What's the must-have for 2015? Like what are you seeing that's out in the rental world? Because I know your mom goes to the RAA show, or what's it
The
called?
ARA show,
ARA
yes,
There you
yes,
go.
and that's in February. I'm going this year too. It's
awesome.
it's in New Orleans this year,
Oh,
so it's
you guys
gonna
are
be.
gonna have a good time.
Oh yes, it's
Oh my
gonna be
God.
awesome. We're going about 2 weeks after Mardi
French
Gras.
Quarter.
So exactly. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to go see what people are doing for 2015 and what I think what I'm seeing is a really big thing this year. What we're trying to do for the bridal show is very rustic and kind of like the chevron kind of things and everything like that. So
Those are becoming very trendy, really
yes.
trendy right now.
Oh, yes.
They're exploding in like oranges and bright colors and stuff like that.
Yes, and navy blue is such a big color because it really goes with everything. I mean, you can do it with a natural wood, you can do it with a white, you can do it really with anything. So we've seen navy blue be a really big color this year.
And what about lighting in the tent? Do you guys do lighting in there,
Yeah,
chandeliers,
definitely.
anything like
Yeah.
that? And I know that you have pole chandeliers, and you have a couple of
Yes.
chandeliers at
Yeah.
your your showroom.
Yep. So we have a chandelier that goes in either our 40 wide frame or 40 wide pole tent.
Okay.
And the pole tent, it basically goes right around the center pole. It's gorgeous. People love it. We have it in our showroom right now, so
Nice.
you can see it. And then in the frame tents, we'll just hang it from the inside frame of the tent. So it's very bright, and we have a dimmer that you can put on it too, so you can dim it down at night. But we also do like the perimeter lights around the outside, and we do like the white globe lanterns.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Inside the tent, and
Those are always things too to ask, so that you don't always have to
yeah.
get up lighting. You can probably use the tent lighting that's in there as well.
exactly.
And then tell us about some of your venues that you guys do.
Oh my goodness. So one of the biggest ones probably we do that we've done a lot of this year is we do a lot of the Kennebunkport Conservation Trust.
Which is Eamon's Preserve.
Yes, yes, exactly. Right down in Kennebunk, which I'm hoping we get in a little bit more this year with the Tidewater tent, because that's, I mean, it's really
great space.
It's
It's
really
open.
big,
It's
yeah.
open.
And you have the building too, which is nice. So we do that. We work a lot with Sally Bates at the Seashore Trolley Museum.
Great space,
Beautiful
too.
location. Oh my goodness! And you have all the old trolleys. We did a tent this year for the speakeasy that she did in August, and that was amazing. So. We do a lot. We did a couple weddings up at Hardy Farm this year in Freiburg, which was really awesome. The barn at Flanagan Farm. There are a lot of barns, you know.
It's like I've said before on previous shows. You know, Italy has wineries and villas, and Maine is rustic and
exactly.
and barns. And you don't necessarily always have to be rustic. You can be the rustic chic. You can be elegant. You can really turn a barn around. And there's several barns out there. I mean, actually, the state will have 17 by November 2015. So
awesome.
keep that in mind that it is a beautiful trend to embrace. So, you know, some people are, you know, oh, barns, but no, really think about it. You can do anything in a barn, and so it's just incredible. And some of their equipment works phenomenal, from the Chiavari chairs to these chairs, and that you have here, the garden ones and stuff. Do you feel that 90% of your business is wedding related, or do you do corporate?
Probably. I mean, I would say probably about 70 is probably weddings.
Wow.
And then we do a lot of the corporate events too. We do a lot of work with UNE, USM, everything like that. And then basically the rest of it is just people that want tables or chairs for like a party, like a backyard party, or like
their own, like they're doing their own catering, and so they were just
exactly, or doing like just popcorn machines or like cotton candy machines for a birthday party or something like that. So
we just used our popcorn machine this weekend.
yes,
So.
yes,
For
a wedding.
And I think we've used your cotton candy machine. I think we've used your slushies.
Yes, the slush machine.
So that's actually,
Everyone loves that.
really good. And you can put some alcohol in there
Oh,
for
yeah.
the adult parties, and you can do non-alcoholics for the children's parties. But it's really good.
Yeah.
But
so,
you also have a line of inflatables.
Yes.
And so that is also something that's becoming really interesting
Oh,
too.
yeah.
To do inflatables, it's when weddings want to take a different route and
Yep.
not be as wedding-ish, you can actually bring in these inflatables, which people get a lot of
Oh, yeah.
a big kick out of, and almost turn it into this really cool, fun, exciting, different kind of feel that your wedding can create by having these little bounce houses
Oh,
in
yeah.
there. And
I mean, especially if you have kids. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a great way to kind of get them to do something else while you're kind of, doing everything in the tent and or at your venue.
Yeah.
Either way. So, yeah. We have a bunch of them all on our website. So
how do people find you?
we have a wonderful website that we just got updated this past May, I think. I'm working really hard on it to get everything on there. Everything's pretty much on there right now, but it's fully. I mean, we have a contact us page. You can fill out anything on there, which is probably how most people find us by our website.
Pinterest, Facebook?
Yes,
all
we're
that?
definitely
Twitter?
on Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, Google+.
Got it.
We also have a constant contact email list that we send
that.
out, probably monthly emails for. So it's, yeah.
And if, say somebody comes to you and they want something that you might not carry,
Yep.
how do you go about ensuring, like they want everything from you, but they
Right.
want this
Oh,
specific
yes.
thing. Can
Yep.
you get that for them
Oh,
and stuff like
definitely.
that? Good.
We really pride ourselves on being able to do everything for the bride. So if they want something that we don't have, we will definitely get it for them or look into the best way to get it for them. That's something that we will definitely do. I mean, whether it's the linen or it's a china pattern that we don't have or anything like that, or if they want additional plates that we don't have, we'll definitely get them for them and make it super easy and super, just so they only have to go one place.
And I know I've said this before, linens are really important. I am a stickler about linens to the floor, so a 60-inch round needs a 120-inch cloth to go to the floor so you do not see the legs on them. I get sometimes you want to do half tablecloths, but trust me, in your photos, that's all you're going to see is the legs of your table. These tables are not being created for your wedding. These are being used over and over and over again. Cover your tables to the floor with 120 cloth.
Yep.
If it is a 60-inch round, if you're doing a 72, it's a 1 by 132.
Yep.
And those also work on a high top right to the floor, so you can actually bow them and tie them so that you don't see the legs. On a 120, you'll see a little bit of the metal. With a 132, you won't.
Yep.
A 48-inch table
Yep.
that requires a 108.
Yep.
A 90-inch requires a 90-inch cloth. Same thing with buffet tables. A 6-foot is a 90 by 132. An 8-foot is a 90 by 156.
Exactly.
So that covers your tables, and you don't see them.
Right.
I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of tablecloths to
All
the
the way to the
floor.
floor, yep.
And
Definitely.
and one of the things I tell clients all the time, and Hannah can tell you this, is, silverware is great and all that, but the tablecloth's always on the table and the centerpiece is always on the table. Use their advice and pick tablecloths that actually are beautiful with texture, sort of pin tuck, or these chevrons that have
Yep.
a beautiful feel to them. Step out of the box and don't always just do white or plain
Exactly.
cream.
And you don't have to do a lot to make a big impact on a table. I mean, you can just do a runner. Like if you have a white tablecloth and just do a runner and colored napkins, I mean, that's really all you have to do. You don't have to do the big lavish, big second cloth on top.
Yeah, like an overlay or anything
Exactly.
like that.
You can just do the runner and do a colored napkin and it looks beautiful. So
Perfect.
yeah.
Thanks for joining us, and tune in next week on Maine Wedding Buzz. I always look forward to talking to you and sharing everything that's happening in the wedding world.